Hi, greetings, fellow Whovians. Whovian Queen here. Having a good week so far. Want to look at the 15th Doctor era now continues on with 73 yards. The Doctor and Ruby arrive on a cliff top in Wales. The Doctor actually steps in a fairy circle with a scroll inside it. Ruby finds a message on the scroll which reads, "Rest in peace, Mad Jack." Shortly thereafter, the Doctor vanishes. A mysterious woman appears 73 yards away from Ruby and remains at exactly that distance no matter where she goes. Every person who talks to the woman flees in terror and becomes hostile to Ruby. Ruby returns home and asks her mother, Carla, for help. Carla talks to the woman, but also flees and disowns Ruby. Ruby has a meeting with Kate Lethbridge Stewart of UNIT, who tells her that the Doctor was never seen again after disappearing in Wales. Kate also comments on the increase of supernatural activity recently tracked by UNIT. She speculates that TARDIS's perception filter on the fairy circle may have created the phenomenon. Several UNIT soldiers attempt to capture the woman, but when they get close to her, she speaks to them. Kate immediately cancels the operation, abandoning Ruby. Ruby then spends the next 20 years alone. While on date, Ruby sees an advertisement for Roger Ap Gwilliam, a candidate for Prime Minister. Ruby recalls that the Doctor said Gwilliam would bring Britain to the brink of nuclear war after he is elected. She sees that his nickname is Mad Jack and connects him to the fairy circle. Ruby joins Gwilliam's campaign team to stop him. Gwilliam wins the election and plans to make a public address where he will announce that Britain is leaving NATO and buying Pakistan's nuclear arsenal. Ruby spends several years from Gwilliam, causing him to encounter the woman. After speaking to her, he flees in terror and immediately resigns. The woman does not leave, and Ruby spends another 40 years alone. An elderly Ruby lies in a hospital bed and watches as the woman slowly approaches her. The woman reaches her just as Ruby's heart monitor stops. Elder Ruby then appears in the past, on the day she and the Doctor interacted with the Circle. She reasons for the woman's position, but the younger Ruby now notices earlier and warns her younger self. Ruby prevents the Doctor from stepping in the fairy circle before the pair leave. Interesting. So yeah, anyway, let's take a look at the production of this episode, beginning with the development. 73 Yards was written by Russell T Davies, who described the episode as being Welsh folk horror and the antagonist to be the strangest villain you'll ever see. It further explained the episode showed Ruby living a life of penitence, required to do something good to earn forgiveness for the Doctor's unintentional lack of respect in breaking the fairy circle. Davies considered to be one of the greatest things I've ever made in my life. Galva said that 73 Yards was important to Ruby's overall development throughout the series. The episode omitted the Doctor Who's opening theme song and title sequence. It's one of the few episodes in the program's history to do so, the others being Sleep No More, The Woman Who Fell to Earth, and Resolution. And now on to the filming. 73 Yards was filmed in December 2022 and January 2023, directed by Dylan Holmes Williams. It was the first episode of the 14th series to be filmed, and the first production block along with the following episode, Dot and Bubble. It was the first script given to Gibson. The first scenes filmed by Gibson took place in Ruby's flat. The opening scene was filmed in the West Wales town of Tenby. 2 TARDIS props were used during filming because the production team needed to appear aged and would not have time to repaint it on location. Filming for pub scenes took place at the White Cross and in Grosvenor, Caerphilly, which had also been previously used as film location in the spin-off series Torchwood. Since the window Ruby looks out of the pub actually overlooked a car park, the window had to be recreated in another place to achieve the required point of view. Some scenes were filmed at the BBC Cymru Wales' new broadcasting house in Cardiff City Stadium. And now finally onto the casting. 73 Yards stars Gibson as Ruby Sunday and Esteemed Day as a Dr. Light episode, which refers to an episode that features limited screen time for the Doctor. Galva was still filming sex education at the time the episode was filmed, limiting his availability. He was only on set for 1 day of filming to shoot his scenes. Davies later revealed in Doctor Who magazine that Dr. Light episode would not have happened during the series if Galva had been available sooner. Casting for the episode was announced on January 9th, 2023. Aaron Bernard appears in the episode as the antagonistic Prime Minister Roger Ap Gwilliam. Hurley Hobson portrays the woman, while Sian Phillips portrays Enid Meadows. Amanda Walker portrayed an older version of Ruby. Center 3 Yards features several returning characters, including Jim Redgrave as Kate Leopard Stewart, head of unit who last appeared in The Giggle, and Hannah Dobson, who reprised her role as Mrs. Flood in a brief appearance. Omar Rajan makes a cameo appearance as an older version of himself. Real broadcast journalists were used as extras in the scenes filmed at BBC Broadcasting House. As in a previous episode of the series, Susan Twist appears in a different role, this time at the beginning of the episode as a hiker. So overall, I really enjoyed this episode, and the mystery surrounding who this strange woman is it's so amazing. And then at the end, it's like, plot twist! So yeah. So overall, I give 73 yards, 5 sonic screwdrivers out of 5. When until next time, as we take the following episode, Dot and Bubble. Well, hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it around. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified about upload videos. And if I help support the channel further, then be sure to check my Patreon page. Link is always in the description below. Anyway, until next time, this is Hooving Queen saying, "Oh my giddy aunt! When I say run, run! I'll be Mr. Peller to the neutron flow. Would you like a jelly baby? Fantastic! Allons-y! Geronimo!" Bow ties are cool, fezzes are cool, and Stetsons are cool.